the Europa League Final against Villarreal on penalties. A competition that I don't really give a shit about during the group stages, during the knockout stages. But today, during that penalty shootout, I really wanted to win it. And I'm feeling gutted like we've just lost the Champions League Final or we've just lost the league on the last day. That's what Manchester United does to you. Absolutely fuming, gutted, disappointed. I don't even know what to say, just deflated after that. It was absolutely appalling from Manchester United today. I can't complain about the penalties. The one complaint I would have about the penalties is De Gea's got to do better. He's got to save one of those penalties. You just have, if your team scores 10 penalties, you've got to win that shootout. There's no if, buts or maybes about it. You've got to win that shootout if you score 10 penalties. So the fact that we didn't, forget De Gea missing a penalty, the fact that he didn't save one, for me is a worrying thing. And it's been over 30 penalties since he saved one. Last time he saved one was against Everton who was the manager then? I can't even remember who the manager was, if it was David Moyes, it was Mourinho, I don't know, but he's not saved a penalty in so long, it's been ridiculous. And you had 10 chances today, 10 chances, he should have saved one of them. But it should never have got to penalties. It should never have got to penalties. And people can talk about De Gea's finish. De Gea's better than Dean Henderson. Yes, Dean Henderson might have saved a penalty, but we might not have got to penalties if Dean Henderson started in goal. So I don't want to hear none of that. But the facts are, we should never have let that get to penalties. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't make his substitutions quick enough. He didn't change anything quick enough. He didn't really change anything tactically either. Until the substitutions started coming in where it was clear that he was looking towards penalties, nothing else was changed. And I just felt it was so poor for Manchester United today. So poor. To come into a final and play like that. And I suppose it shows you where this Manchester United team are as a team, as a project, as a work in progress. We are not the final product yet. Because you look at some of our big players, Rashford, Pogba, Bruno, all these players. Most of them didn't show up today. Bruno didn't show up today. Rashford definitely didn't show up today. He was so poor. I was surprised he was still on the pitch. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took Greenwood off and left Rashford on. What's going on there? For me, Greenwood was good for a goal. Greenwood was good for a goal. At any point, get him in there. He's one of the brighter players. And the only players that can walk out of that team today with their heads held high were Cavani and Mason Greenwood. I don't know if I've missed anybody, but it don't feel like I have. Cavani and Greenwood were literally the only ones that can come out of that with their heads held high today. It was real disappointing, and I really wanted us to win this trophy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He needs to get a trophy under his belt. United haven't won a trophy in 4 seasons since 2017. We really need to get a trophy under our belt. And to put in a performance like that in a final when it matters is really disappointing. Now, some of you are saying Scott McTominay played well. Personally, I don't agree with that. Some of you are saying Aaron Wan-Bissaka played well. Personally, I do agree with that. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka did all right, but going forward, not amazing. But, he's a defender. He's there to defend. In terms of the reason I don't think Scott McTominay played well either was for one of the reasons I don't think the team played well. Everything was scruffy. Everything was bouncing and moving, and maybe the pitch had a part to play in that. Maybe the pitch did have a part to play in that, but it wasn't great what I was seeing. Heavy first touches, slow to release the ball, giving silly fouls away. Man United were at it all day, and Scott McTominay was a big part of that, so I'm not sure Scott McTominay particularly played well today, personally, but I didn't think the team played well as a whole, apart from Greenwood and apart from Cavani. And you've got to put that down to the preparation, to the setup, to the lack of changes. Change something. Donny van der Beek there, Juan Mata there, players that can drop in between the lines, drop into the holes. Donny van der Beek could have come on and helped Manchester United dictate the tempo today, because whilst United did have a lot of the possession and we were attacking a lot and all that, we never really created any opportunities or anything like that. We never really, created any clear-cut chances. Now, a lot of you people in the comments talking about Mourinho, I beg you, suck my dick, because you're all talking shit. Fuck Mourinho. I'm glad he's gone. No one cares about that fella. No one's crying for Jose Mourinho. No one's thinking, oh, we wish we never sacked Jose Mourinho. He just got sacked from Spurs, you fucking clowns. Were you born yesterday, bro? You want to bring Mourinho into United now? Please do. Where's he going to take us? 6th, 7th, 8th again. We had to get to the Europa League final. To get to the Europa League final, we had to finish 7th, bruv. I use like stupid. Fuck Mourinho. Good riddance to him. But as for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he has to win these games. Otherwise, the jury will be out. People will be asking questions. Because at Manchester United, you have to perform in finals. And the facts are, we've got to 5 semi-finals, won 1. We've got to a final, didn't win. That's not good enough for Manchester United. You need to be converting that into a trophy. You need to be converting that amount of semi-finals into a trophy. And we didn't. So he has to take some responsibility for that. He has to. David De Gea has to save one of those penalties. I don't understand. He has to, but he should never, ever have got to penalties in the first place. So United's fault. United's fault. No one else to blame. And the substitution for me of Greenwood was a problem. I wouldn't have taken Greenwood off that pitch. And then you see like moments after Marcus Rashford was hobbling around injured. What's all that about? Someone said we missed Aguero, Ahmed. I don't think we particularly did miss Aguero today. I don't think Villarreal were particularly threatening in that sense. Like obviously they scored a goal, came from a set piece, poor defending. Lindelof's got to do better with that. If you looked at it, their goal came from, was it Gerard Moreno? Gerard Moreno peeled off Lindelof, waited for the ball to come in, and as the ball come in, he's targeted Victor Lindelof and absolutely just gone straight towards it. And it was clear that they worked on that. They literally worked on Victor Lindelof being a weak link in that defence, and they were right to do so. And someone else has said it in the comments, the worst thing is Villarreal aren't great. And that's true. Up until they won this competition, which gives them Champions League football, Villarreal were in the Europa Conference League. You know, with Jose's boys and them. That's where they were. And now Manchester United have given them an opportunity to get into the Champions League. It's a fucking joke. And for that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to take the blame. He has to take the responsibility. But today was also a big factor in where we are as a team. We're a good team. We're not a very good team. We're not a great team. And yes, we do need signings, but you also need to work on that on the training pitch, because some of the things that we've seen can be solved by coaching, can be solved by the manager sorting things out. And today, some of that defending, some of that, shape, some of our shape, some of the way the patterns of play, they just weren't good enough, and we weren't breaking them down. And to be fair to Unai Emery, to be fair to Villarreal, they deserved it. They deserved it. Steph Ewing says 300k a week, you can't score a fucking penalty. Serious, should have sent it to Real Madrid. I disagree with that. I'm not going to have a go at De Gea for not scoring a penalty. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not going to have a go at him for not scoring a penalty. I'd rather have a go at him for not saving one. Like he should have saved one, in my opinion. Especially some of them were really close to me. Could have done better with when he didn't. Funky Nibby says, Adam, would Martial have made a difference had he been fit? I don't know. Maybe he would have scored a penalty, but we scored a lot of penalties. I thought Edinson Cavani was one of our better players today, and he played in the position that Anthony Martial plays in. So no, but you could have played Martial on the left, and I thought Marcus Rashford had a poor game today. He was really poor, really frustrating. Just what is wrong with this guy? Like, he's clearly injured. If you're injured, don't play then, bro. Just do us all a favour and just sit it out, because you're not performing. You're not doing anyone any favours, and all you're doing is making yourself look like you're not going to be playing in the Euros. So Marcus Rashford's got to fix up, got to step his performances up. I've been talking about Marcus Rashford potentially, starting for England in the Euros, and he puts in a performance like that. Now, for his performances during the league and everything, Marcus Rashford, goals, got assists, got everything. But his performance today just wasn't good enough. Just wasn't good enough for Marcus Rashford. So he has to step up. You're not going to be starting for England if you play like that. But overall today, United didn't show up. Villarreal defended maybe really well. We didn't create enough opportunities, and then they won on penalties. And when you score 10 penalties, you should be winning a shootout. Your goalkeeper should be saving one. and he didn't, and then he went and missed his, which meant we lost. So there you go. Frustrating, disappointing, all that stuff, but we need to keep it moving, and hopefully next season, if we can have the success in the transfer window and we can get the players that we need, next season can be a little bit better and we can challenge for those trophies. But who knows? Who knows? We have to back him in the summer. We just simply have to. So yeah, get your thoughts in the comments below. Shame that we have to sit on this now for the summer, but United have gone and lost the final, a competition that I don't care about until now, when we've lost the final, for fuck's sake. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you keep it locked. I can't be asked anymore, so I'm out of here.